Welcome back to Valheim. So thankfully this is the last section I have to redo the audio over. As you can see, I can finally level out the floor of my base. So whenever you see a setup of stones like this, normally there's a chest buried somewhere in there. So when I was digging through this pit, I don't believe I found a chest. I found some skeletons, but from memory I didn't end up finding a chest. So I was already pretty determined to finish by this point. I'd already dug out so much of it, but yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing in there. So this can end up being quite annoying depending on how much variation you have in the area. It's kind of much better to find a certain height and build everything up to that height. But really I should have picked the highest section. But at the same time, there was a lot of territory that was much lower. But you can blend it all in pretty well once you have the cultivator. You can place grass and everything back down. Normally if I'm playing single player or on the multiplayer server that I've got, I just throw a podcast or something on in the background, or something to do with space infrastructure, playing along, and zone out. So initially I was going to have just an enclosed farm area, but later on when I noticed one of those beehives has been destroyed, I decided to extend that out further, even though I'm not quite finished with the whole setup. So right now I've got a few things to do. Basically, you have to set up the area for the forge table. Thankfully, I don't need to stick around in this area for too long. I do grind out a lot of the resources in the area, but Black Forest isn't too far away from my starting base anyway, so transporting it, or everything in general, back to the main base isn't such a problem. Although I was pretty keen to build a Black Forest base just to sort of show how I build them and how easy it is. Like at this point, pretty much nothing can touch us. And we've only got the base level bronze armor. I'm basically just trying to find the best positioning. So here's another troll. I got the drop on him. He's barely even reacting right now. But it can be that easy. He's down to half health already. I feel like the wolves stay a real problem basically all the time because they spawn in groups, and different groups can be attracted to the same area while you're working. And even with full silver gear on, you can end up getting stun locked. And they just cut you to pieces. This is basically just building the deck and the roofing out. And for me, I was used to playing with, 4 or 5 people. So for everyone to get full copper armor ends up being a pretty big requirement on copper. You end up with this big sort of forging area in the Black Forest, just pumping out copper, and people are taking it straight away and upgrading their gear and their tools. Sorry, you're pumping out tin and copper, and then you're making bronze. And yeah, they're showing up to show me I'm in the wrong neighborhood to evict me. Yeah, and you're just producing non-stop. And I think I was the last one to actually get bronze gear. I was pumping out that much, and it was just being taken by the whole crew. Which didn't bother me. They were out actually doing the farming and doing the hunting and trying to move on to the next areas. Hopefully in this one I've already grinded out enough bronze, copper and tin so that I can decorate my base, make it look nice, and move on to the next area. I've got to kill the Black Elder boss as well, so I have to max out my bronze armor, kill the Elder whenever, it doesn't really matter, and also decorate, putting furniture and braziers and that kind of thing throughout my base. I also need to finish the dock area, so I might extend the front of the base out, build a dock out, and have that be the front sort of central keep where there's a large wall, and that keep gate coming off the port. I'll see if I can make like a little road bridge for a cart to go under. Or maybe that'll be in the back section. That's the kind of thing I like the most about in survival games, is when they let you build like a little village or a little city or a little castle. And it's even better when there's NPCs, because as you build and develop, you can see like the kind of little culture or little civilization or clan you would have based around that area that you've constructed. I do wonder too how many crazy builds were done in solo worlds in which people were sort of too afraid to share with the internet what they'd created. You know, so there's like all these hours put into building great pyramids or like an Acropolis or something like that. You know, some ancient designed city or a recreation of the Roman Colosseum, and people were too afraid to put that up in the early days of the internet. Now I kind of feel like people are a little bit too free to put things up online. Well, they're not really well, I'm talking about like the 4chan style stuff, like the real crazy stuff. I'm not just talking about some generic like, here's my treehouse I built and it's trash. But yeah. Some of the memes you get out of this stuff is just fucking so funny though. Like I know right now the box that I've created looks pretty trash, but it's unfinished. It's like the frame essentially, and I've explained before that I don't really like windows. I don't like the idea of windows in a fantasy setting or a setting in which something can come right in the window and attack you. That's at least in the headcanon, because it doesn't really happen in this game until you get to the point where your base can be attacked by like bats and that kind of thing. But yeah, I see these really nice built Viking sort of townhouse style looking things, and they look great. They look great, don't get me wrong. Nice little garden on the side and everything like that, but it's like, it is not a practical base. It is like a little summer retreat house or a cottage in Gibraltar somewhere, you know. Some little scenic place they put on the waterside where the locals are just, you know, irritated that all these foreigners are coming in, buying up all the local real estate, sending the prices sky high. Well, that's just my personal preference. I like things to be practical. As I've said like fucking 1,000 times already in my Let's Play series. Unless it comes down to like stylized minimalism. Like I don't know what you would call the architecture out of Subnautica. It's very minimalistic, but it's also like exaggerated. Fuck, I don't have the words to describe this kind of thing. The alien shit looked cool. That's the kind of shit I like to see. Or like the Forerunners in Halo. It was like stylized, but it was like very minimalistic as well. They just had RGB lighting as part of their civilization. Like, it was an actual civilization-wide doctrine. Yeah, but does it glow? Or like a lot of the stuff in Tron, especially the modern Tron movie. I really enjoyed that movie. Fuck, that stuff looks cool. Tron suits and the vehicles. Anyway, back to a medieval Valhalla style environment. I'm finally crossing the river here to do some exploration. I really need to be collecting as many Surtling cores as I can, so I'm hoping to find a dungeon in this area. Meanwhile, these guys are running around crazy, juking me, putting the step on, basically. Troll cave. I figured I might as well mark that location out. So I'm just trying to keep an eye out for another troll. I'm not worried about fighting them. It's just I don't want to get someone to get the jump on me as I'm running away from these greater wolves. So I find a nice little tower. I was looking for a chest here, but there was none. It was a little disappointing. Later on, when you get to the trader, you really want to have all those amber pearls and rubies. The circlet headgear is all right, depending on if you're trying to work during the night. But you can mount them and use them as like a forever like path lighting or room lighting, which is pretty cool. So I actually happen to have enough resources to make a fire, just to dry myself out, mainly. I tried getting the rested bonus as well, but I don't quite understand. Was I not sitting for long enough at this comfort level? Or is there something else I must do? Or were there too many enemies around? I'll have to look that up. But I definitely had to get rid of the wetness. I was a little bit too moist, and it was affecting my stamina. I'm usually a bit critical of my moistness. So as we found in the last dungeon, I'm pretty much geared enough with this basic gear to just power straight through a group of mobs with no technique, no nothing. As a roach scholar would say, just big dick 'em straight away. Big dick energy. Yeah, again, I'm just looking for anything that might be hidden on the floor. I think I was just saying there, I don't know if there's any use for those trophy heads. It probably is later on. I do know that you can use certain heads for fish bait. Troll heads or whatever. Yeah, I don't want to ditch anything here. Those blueberries end up being quite valuable. It's a shame you can't plant any berry bushes I think there is a mod that allows you to plant like anything. I believe the mod's even called Plant Everything or Anything or whatever. Um, it's just a shame you can't do that actually in the game. Like, even if you had to get like a greenhouse style item that uses the seed um, trophies from the shaman, like you put them down as an item, creates a high enough fertility in your cultivation area to plant berries or something. Like there's easy ways you could make it difficult, but also a large reward at a high level when you need to use like lots of strawberries and blueberries in certain potions or certain ingredients for cauldron foods or high level foods. Cauldron crafting instead of foods. But yeah, it would be nice if it was part of the base game. I don't quite understand what the point is of it not being possible to plant berries and everything like that. Berry bushes. Plant the berries, I guess. You wouldn't be planting the berry bush, would you? So I see this guy, old Rancid, sitting there, and I'm thinking, you look like you're stuck. And I'm okay with that. As you can see, I've got 9 circling cores up there on that number 7 on the toolbar. Like this is probably one of the best dungeons I've ever been in. And one where it's got the ramp going up like that, I don't think I've ever been in one of those before. So I'd say what's probably happened in my personal experience is I've randomly come across all your standard like little small dungeons with 6 or 8 certainly cores in them. And then other people I've been playing with have come across these like bigger, cooler sort of dungeons. I didn't even know this was a thing. So I was ready for quite a fight up there, but I mean, I cheesed the spawner and old mate Rancid, so yeah, that's the ending. And here's the reward. Yeah, I was like, holy fuck. Was that 4 in one room? Yeah, so I'm loaded right now. And at this point, I'm thinking, oh shit, it was getting dark outside. I actually have a whole heap of valuable shit on me. Now I'm actually a little bit concerned about dying from being swarmed while I'm trying to run back. Yeah, I was just looking around trying to make sure there was nothing on the floor that I was missing. So we've gotten all that, and we still have this other door. Because I closed that door, I was unsure of where to go. So I was actually back the other way. I believe, yeah. Did I not actually go all the way in there? It's funny how I could see that ruby. I spotted it before when I was talking. Recording the audio back over this. Um, I'm sure I went back into that door at that ramp. This footage here is from like a while ago now. It was like 6 hours I recorded or whatever. I had a really good recording session, completed most of the stuff I had to get done, and then so I'm like, all right, I'll get down, I'll record all this footage, and then whatever happened with the microphone, where it defaulted in OBS to nothing, back to default. There must have been a driver update or something. Did I miss that door, that room? Bloody hell! I'll have to go back there. I think what threw me off is the skeleton or whatever it was probably destroyed the door, then ran back into where he was because I moved out of the aggro range. And I closed my door as I came through it. And right now I'm just looking at all the circling cores I've got in my hands and I'm like, fuck, I need to get home. It's the worst when you're in the swamp and you're loaded up with scrap iron and you stayed out a little bit too late, and then you've got the wraiths slowly gliding in from up in the treetops, getting the drop on you. Yeah, the thing is, because I had to fix this audio, the recording I did later on was kind of a little bit stunted because I had to go back and fix this. And there's a lot of things I wanted to get done at the same time, so I kind of need to go out and collect a lot more circling cores. So I'm gonna have to go back there anyway. Bastard. Yeah, instead of taking the chance, I just activate the power. I need to get home. There could be a troll up here, there could be anything. There could be a brute. I had no rest buff, but I was wet. And my food's running out. So I believe we're coming up to the end here of this audio recording. We'll go back to the normal editing. If you have been watching these episodes so far, thanks a lot. You know, I'm doing this for fun. I don't care about the YouTube monies or whatever. I just wanted to share experiences that I've had, and also the fact that I like to build things in these survivor games, and then it's gone. You know, all the hours put in, and then it's gone. You change to a different game with your friends, and no one ever sees what's going on. Stone and the cores. Don't worry about the weight. What's that? You can move these around freely. You don't lose any resources. Now I know the trolls can hit this through the wall. Don't really have a great deal of room. Uh-huh. Okay, time to collect a bunch of copper. Mine out the bottom of this thing, it'll all collapse. Son of a bitch. Alright, let's get this guy. He's gonna be annoying. Wait, what was that noise? Probably nothing. If I really need some copper to start it, I guess I can take it out of this side here. It's already touching the ground. March of the Dwarves. I didn't mean to hit that third time. Ten copper. 6 copper. 4 coal. Well, I can build that. How much stone was it? Four stone, righto. I think this should be good. I need plenty of, or tons of fine. Copper knife, that's it. Pretty trash. But that's the grind. Little bit of time left. Now, I could throw a couple of fires around the area. Just to keep the little guys off me. Is that a double deposit? Is that what I'm seeing here? Or just the way it all cracked? Might need to widen this out a bit. Low stamina and shitty tools is just so rough. Guess I don't have that rested bonus either. Let's catch our breath. Wrong chest. Where are you? You're far. Plenty of cool wood. So now I've really got everything I need to kind of start going ham on mining tin. Ah, that was 10, righto. How much was the cauldron? 10 tin. That's very easy to get. However, I do really need to keep hacking into this. Cauldron's pretty important because it gives you better food recipes. I'm trying to rush to... Thought I heard troll footsteps then. I'm trying to rush to bronze pickaxes or copper pickaxes as quick as I can. I'm not sure exactly how difficult it will be because, like I said in the beginning, when I first played this, I played with friends, and so we had to get enough resources to make gear for everyone. So things are definitely a lot harder when you're alone, but you're really only providing for yourself. It's kind of much easier. Although when there's a whole heap of us running around with low-level gear, you can have all of us taking a couple of pot shots at a troll, and basically kiting around it while people are shooting like the most shittiest wooden arrows with the crude bow and taking it down. And when you do die and you need to do a corpse run, there's no one that's going to be, you know, charging in front of you, leading the way, tanking some hits from an enemy that is way too powerful, just so you can grab your gear and everyone runs. Alright, let's go get this copper. Throw it in the furnace. In the smelter. Oh, well, it's pointless to chop it from the top, I guess. Okay, let's make some bronze. Huh. Maybe you could only make a copper knife. Everything is a lie. Interesting. Okay. Well, I got 3 bronze. Could I actually do anything with that? I don't think so. Fine wood. And that's just wood. Why not? What am I missing here? Got bronze, I've got wood. Does it not detect the workbench? Wait. Workbench improvement. Oh, it requires the workbench. Forge improvement. Oh, okay. You idiot. You goddamn idiot. Okay, so I want to have the cooler on the side of the actual... hold on. Let's put it over here. Oh, it wants to be right close to it. Okay, let's go there. I can move it later. Forge level 2. Hide and bones. I'm going to upgrade all my gear to maximum level before I discard it. So I'll go through every level. Did I move before I could equip that? Shouldn't matter, should it? Oh, fuck knows. Well, at the end of the day, I'm still going to need tin, but that is a bunch of copper. Oh, fuck it. Let's go. I won't get too close to the troll cave. Probably respawn by now. Stone. There was a spawner near here. That's just a normal rock. Yeah. Probably too close. Nope, just out of detection range. The sun is going down. We'll be running back very quickly. Ah, yep, we're full. How are you a sucker? Now we do the mad dash up the hill. Ah, okay, let's get stuck on this. Fuck, he's got some stamina, that guy. Any copper? Nope. Oh, Nara. Oh, fuck that. What should I get? 25. Ah, that's only 10. Righto. Could you not? Fuck, was that sleep paralysis? We'll sort that out in a second. Where is the... There we go. Sound of patrol nearby? Probably nothing. Probably nothing to worry about. Okay, so I definitely want to push this cliff out away from my tower because a troll with a big log is going to be able to stand here and hit my tower, so I'll push it out as far as I can and then I will dig down to make this cliff around here super deep. I thought I saw a troll over there when I swung. The roof. Raw food there. Rude food. Fuck. Getting tongue twisted. Pretty much going to feel like a waste of rock here, but it's got to be done. That'll have to come up. There's the cultivator there. Oh, it's a difficult one. I do need the bronze axe to chop down the fine wood, but if I can get the bronze pickaxe, I'll be able to chop it down, collect a lot more resources a lot faster. Yeah, I'll have to do that later. So I need a lot more copper right now. I'll quickly use up all the stone I've got. Pushing this out. I finished last time. Oh, fuck. I nearly went down on that. Fucking hell. So this is the closest point now. Alright, let's get more copper. Better fix this. That thunder really sounds like a troll stomping around. And you don't really want to be down in a pit when one of those shows up. Although if I hit under this, it'd probably help me collect this ore a lot faster. Mate, are you serious? Fuck off. Slope here is very weird. I think you can dig 8 meters deep and raise the ground by 8 meters. So as it sloped down, I'm hitting the maximum depth there, which means I can't completely get under this thing. Oh well, time to leave. Now hopefully I've got enough here for a bronze pickaxe. Just keeping an eye out. My mates and I did actually end up in a pit while trying to mine copper with a troll on top. Oh, fucking hell. The ones that could actually roach out in time and run away could only watch on. While firing some arrows, it was pretty fucking hilarious, actually. Yeah. I happen to be one of the ones that was near the top. Oh, just remembering the screams and everything as everyone's yelling, "Run, get out!" And the sun had started to set, so it was fucking so hard to see anywhere, especially how to jump out of this thing we'd fucking just burrowed down into. Oh, fucking hell. That's another thing, I need to set up a bit of a resting area. But I need the bronze axe to be able to chop down the birch trees and get the fine wood. I think the pickaxe was like a couple of cool wood. Oh yeah, we're in the Bronze Age. Might chuck that there. Yeah, that seems about right. 3 bronze. Pretty much light enough. Fall asleep to the melody of smelting metal. Fuck, I only partially read that one. Was it the world tree on fire reaching out to me? Is that enough for the... Was it 9? The bronze axe? 2 leather. Yeah, righto. Fuck yeah. Nice. Let's use this inside chest as like a disposable one. Actually, it was 10 tin for the cauldron, wasn't it? I'm going to call this episode here. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.